So we're boarded. We're on the MSC Marbella. We got settled in. We showed up at the terminal here in Brooklyn about 1:30. Walked right on, no line. I heard mixed things about the Brooklyn terminal. You know, my personal opinion, it's great to get on the ship early and be one of the first ones on, but I typically like to show up kind of a little bit later after the crowd. When you consider you have 5,000 people getting off the boat, 5,000 people getting on the boat, but we walked right on. No issues. We've been getting used to just the way of MSC doing everything. It's definitely a new process for us. As I mentioned, this is our first MSC cruise. So hasn't been bad at all so far. We just have to, like for example, make your reservations, get in for the shows, make sure you got your dinner squared away. And so that's what we've been doing the last couple hours. I'm gonna go catch up with Erika and the kids. I think they're up at the water park. So that's where we're gonna go. Take you along with me and we'll go from there. And also this is our cabin. Might as well give you a quick little tour. Pretty straightforward. We have the shower here, sink, bathroom, toilet, little storage down below, which is nice. I think we've got an outlet up here, although that's looks like a European outlet, but I think it'll work. Some of those Europeans are actually both European and US. We've got a lot of storage. Door's a little shaky. Doors. Lots of storage. You know, a fair amount of storage. Not a ton. Oh yeah, see there? There's a European outlet. And we got a standard outlet there. And then USB. You got the mini bar. Prices. Seating area. Yours truly. TV. This is a sofa bed. And the balcony. There we are, leaving New York. We're just leaving New York. It's a beautiful, beautiful view out here. I'm not sure what the name of this bridge is, but we're about to go under it. We've gotten ourselves settled in here, unpacked. We're currently cruising down the coast of the East Coast at about 20 knots. We had wind speed at upwards of 40, 45 knots about an hour or so ago, but it's calmed down a little bit. Got some rain outside. Otherwise, everything's been really good. The thing I was thinking about is this reminds me a lot of like a Royal or NCL cruise, where you just have to kind of be on top of it as far as making your reservations. Like, so we always enjoy doing specialty dining, so we did the 3 dining option. And then the 4th one we did is teppanyaki. We got that all squared away. We got our shows reserved for the week. I think that's the key. That's the takeaway. Like if you're coming on an MSC cruise, you just gotta be prepared. That's what I would suggest doing, making sure that you get all that taken care of on the first day, because this stuff fills up quick. We're gonna head out and go to dinner, go to a show right now.
There's another one where you put the chip on it, and there's this one.
This is where you're gonna make your own chocolate?
Yeah. Wait, so you can get French English one.
Look at you, Aiden.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Aiden I got the pillow guys, the cutie queen, the babysitter, my mom, my dad.
And Aiden. Wow. ¿Qué pasó? ¿No quiere corte? Aiden, how's your pasta? How's your pasta? Some initial thoughts on yesterday. We boarded the, I don't know if this is gonna work with you. We boarded the Meravelia yesterday. We usually show up a little later to the cruise port. We got there at 1:30, walked right on, no issues. So being new to MSC, cabin for the most part is pretty similar to what a standard like balcony cabin has been my experience, especially in the ships that are built in the last 10, 15 years. The bathroom does feel a little smaller. The bathroom does really, even Erika remarked that it's probably the smallest bathroom we've had. And then just the overall process, like kind of getting things worked out with the app, connecting to the Wi-Fi, making sure that you're like able to use the app, because you need to turn off your cellular data. It's really just easier if you put it in airplane mode, turn Wi-Fi on, connect to the ship. Then once you're in the app, you can go to the app, activate, turn on your Wi-Fi plan if you have one. And if you don't, just to be able to go and make your reservations, set up the chat so you can communicate with other people in your party, making sure everybody's got that downloaded and working. It's a little bit of a process. And then once we did that, we made all the reservations that we wanted to make. We typically don't eat dinner very late, but on this particular cruise, we're eating dinner late almost every night because all of our port times are like 12 to 9 or 1 to 9 p.m. So especially on a port day, you don't want to think about getting back to the ship at 6, 7 o'clock and then go immediately to dinner, but it's up to you, whatever you feel more comfortable with. With our situation, Emma is sleeping with us, and then we have another cabin next door. It's not connecting, unfortunately, but Berta and the 2 boys are sleeping over there in that cabin. I think I'm gonna have the cabin steward put this back as a sofa, don't you think?
No, I didn't fucking sleep good.
Oh, babe, I'm taking video right now. No bad language, you know?
Okay.
We went and bought the fun passes for the kids. The only thing that's kind of a bummer is that Ada and Ethan are not tall enough to do the F1 simulator. So that's a bummer, but they are tall enough to do the flight simulator, but they have to do it with an adult, so we're gonna do that later in the week. And that's all I can think of right now. The main dining room was a little bit, the first day is always like hectic because people are always trying to figure out where to go, but it was good. I'd heard mixed feelings about the food, and I thought the food was fine. I thought the food was very, very good. I think the main dining room with like Princess, for example, or Celebrity is obviously a few steps above, but I thought the service was great. We had a great waiter, great assistant, and enjoyed it. The last thing I think I'm gonna say is that these beds are firm. This is the firmest bed I think I've ever slept on a cruise. Sometimes I find that the beds are too soft. This feels like a Tempur-Pedic. It feels solid. So if you like a good, stiff, firm mattress, I think you're gonna be happy with at least the mattresses that they have on this ship on the Meravelia. So that's it for now. We're gonna go check in at the sports complex, go have some breakfast, and then probably go to one of the pools. It's a little overcast, a little windy today, but the weather, it feels warm out there. Are you excited, Emma? Are you ready to go have some fun? Yeah. Okay. The other thing too, I mentioned about the cabins, is that you really have limited outlets. So if you happen to have any of those European converters, which I have some at home, we weren't going to Europe, so I didn't bring them, but you could bring your European converter and then plug it in there and you'll have a couple additional outlets. And that could be really handy for someone because right now you can see we just have this one outlet and then you have this European option and then you have one USB. So that's something to keep in mind. You may prefer to do that. Oh, you can see my $2 bills. I already started to give a few of those out yesterday. I'm a big fan of I like to tip the bartenders with $2 bills when we get a drink. And then storage space in the closet. Not a ton of space. For 2 people, it's fine, but just something to keep in mind. I think those little clothing. So some people like to use these cubes when you pack. So if you use these, it's kind of handy because like I'm keeping all my socks, my underwear, my undershirts in here. So that kind of acts like some additional storage for me. It's a little easier to get to. And I'll just keep it in the closet. Just like every other newer cruise ship, there's always an additional safety lock here at the top. Oh yeah, it's windy, but it's warm. And here is our view today. A little windy, right, Emma? You got water? We're right here. We're up at the bow of the ship, so we only have a couple cabins ahead of us. We're at the very front. We're on deck 12. So that's it. Anything you want to add to the video, Erika?
No.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Mommy, Wendy.
Erika didn't sleep very well, she said. Emma was getting in her way. All right, let's go. We'll check in later.
Shopping opportunities exclusively available ashore this cruise.
Okay, so this is the sake that's included here. It's $14. The Easy Plus or the drink package that we have covers 10, so you just pay the $4 difference. And
I can't do it.
it's filtered. Typically we like unfiltered sake, but this is filtered. It's not bad. So we're doing sushi today for lunch. Did you like the bowling, Emma? Aiden, did you like the bowling?
Yes. I got second place.
So we had a bowling reservation at 11 o'clock today. You get 30 minutes. 30 minutes is $40.
So I was the winner.
Yeah, and Ethan won the game. The lanes are smaller, like what you typically find on like a bar setting. It's similar to what you find on a couple Norwegian ships that have bowling. But it was fun. It was fun. The kids enjoyed it. So now we came to get sushi, and then we're gonna go to the pool area later. Thank you. How was yours, Erika?
Make yourself a friendly.
Delicious? How was yours? Am I good? A crazy amount of wind up here. The water park is pretty busy. Kids are off. So today we did the bowling in the morning, had a little coffee, light snack, and then we went to sushi for lunch. Sushi was really good. I heard a few people complain about if you're eating sushi, you're kind of in the open corridor there where everybody's passing by. And a few people pass by. I mean, they kind of check it out and they're wondering what you're eating. But I thought it was really good. Prices were very reasonable. It's an additional cost, but you know, like the kids got the ramen bowl, which was like $6. The noodles were like a wheat noodle. It was a darker noodle, but it tastes great. And they enjoyed it once they got past the color of the noodles being different than back home. The other thing too I've noticed is that like on other cruise lines, the smoking sections, you feel like you're just relegated to these small areas, like off in the middle of the nowhere, up in the middle of nowhere. And maybe it's just because it's like an Italian cruise line. I've noticed that with like Costa cruises. But there's smoking sections available. They're not everywhere, but they're available. There's a smoking section that's right next to the main pool. I noticed another smoking section in one of the bars or one of the outdoor bar areas. So I'm not a smoker, but if you are a smoker, you don't feel like you're just like out in the middle of nowhere, where there's no activity, where you're all by yourself. Like there's a couple spots where you're just like right in the middle of all the action. Erika's had mixed feelings on the bar, and I've noticed at some of the bars, like some of the offerings there are kind of limited. Like the big bars where there's a lot of activity, like the pool bars and stuff, they've had what we wanted to drink. Like if we wanted a Jack or a Bacardi, it's been available. But let's say, like I wanted a little bit better tequila, there was nothing really much available. not a big deal. I got a $14 drink, so with my drink package, it covered the first 10, so I paid the $4 difference. I don't really mind that too much. As you know, we like to drink, but we're not gonna, I think we keep it manageable. We'll have a few drinks a day. Erika thought that one of the staff members at the kids area was a little short, just kind of a little rude, but I personally have not had any issues with the staff. Overall, I think it's been fine. So we are going to eat at the steakhouse. Are you ready for a little steak? Hopefully it's tasty. It looks good. Does the steakhouse look good to you? No? You like your salad?
Looks good.
How's that? Good? You don't like it? It's not good?
Pretty good.
How was your steak, Erika? You like it? Have you found something that you're enjoying on the ship then? Emma fell asleep. The desserts look really good, no? How are they? How's your dessert, Ethan?
Pretty good.
You like it?
So good, actually.
And I got the cheesecake. The cheesecake is really good. How's yours, Aiden?
Emma, just saying.
What did Aiden get?
A cookie. Peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh, that looks good. I want to try. You really like that, huh? Very, very tasty. Was yours really soft like that, like uncooked? Can I try a little bit more of it? How was your cookie? It was good?
Yeah.
You got it.
That one.
No, tu comida. Comer bien. Comer todo, ¿no? Sí,
Muy
Aiden.
bueno. Nos encantó.
This is Berta's favorite meal. Aiden, did you like the food?
Everybody. So we're leaving right now. I just had this yummy cake, and we're gonna go see the captain. And then my mom's gonna have chelas, a tequila. My mom, my dad, everybody, and they're probably gonna go make some money at the casino. And then we're going to the kids club. Me and Aiden. And Aiden is a very big farter. Just saying I was recording.
All right, so quick photo with the captain coming up here. Are you excited to get a photo with the captain?
No,
No.
Why?
it's okay.
How's it going?
You can take a picture if you have one.
You should be excited. You can ask him how he feels about the stability of the ship, and you can ask him who's driving the boat. Okay?
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask him, does he get Wi-Fi?
I'm sure he gets Wi-Fi. You guys are having a good time over there, or what? Emma,
Dance with Bernie.
go dance with Bernie.
Dance with Bernie. There we go. You got a party animal in your hands. That's it. There's it. There's the moves.
So today is our second day. We're pulling into Port Canaveral. Yesterday was our first full day, full sea day. And as this cruise goes on, I'm just going to give you feedback so you can get some ideas, information about things that maybe you should consider when you take your first cruise on MSC, especially if you're going on Maribalia. So yesterday morning we woke up, we skipped breakfast and we went to the buffet upstairs on 15, but it ended up working well where we ended up just going to sushi. And as I mentioned earlier, the sushi was really good. I didn't mind sitting in that corridor area for sushi, not a big deal, it was lunch. And then after that, Erika went to play bingo. Bingo, pretty traditional, nothing too relevant about bingo. There was some poolside music. We went up there. Yesterday was just a really windy day. It actually is causing us to get into port about an hour or so late today because we were just fighting those winds all day yesterday on the ship coming down. But the pool was actually nice. The one thing I do appreciate, I feel like a lot of other, like Carnival, for example, they'll say that they're going to enforce the reserving of chairs. It felt like they were actually enforcing it, like if people weren't using like a lounge chair, that they were actually collecting the person's belongings. So I don't know, maybe it felt like the chairs were just more available because it was so windy and not as many people were by the pool, but the pool was fun. We were only there for about an hour because we ended up wanting to go do something else. We went to the backside pool where the adults only section is, and that was actually a little bit nicer, not as much wind back there and not as crowded, so we hung out there for a couple hours. And then we started to get ready for dinner. Last night we had dinner at the steakhouse at Butcher's Cut, and it was actually really good, but at first they wanted to sit us outside, and I can understand that because we have 3 kids. They wanted to put us in that, you know, the main corridor area now. Like for sushi during lunch, during the day, not a big deal. But for the steakhouse, I asked them if we could sit inside and they sat us inside. I think the steakhouse, like the atmosphere inside the steakhouse is much better than sitting outside in the main, kind of one of the main corridors. So I would really recommend that if you're gonna do the steakhouse, definitely go for sitting inside, double checking when you make the reservation that you'll be able to do that. Yesterday wasn't busy because it was a formal night, so most people were going to the main dining room. We opted just to skip it and do the steakhouse. And the steakhouse was good. I was a little concerned that it might be like a step below like the Princess or Carnival, and maybe it was in some areas, but we enjoyed it. Like we had a very good meal. We had the filet mignon and all the side dishes, as you can see in the photos, were excellent. And then after that, we ended up going to one of the shows. Or no, we went to get a photo with the captain. We took a quick photo with the captain. He was very personable, typical Italian captain, very nice. Aiden and Ethan, or especially Ethan, talked to him for a few minutes, asked him who was driving the boat, if he was down here. He was very polite, and he enjoyed talking to the kids. And then after the photo, we went to the show. We went to the Broadway show. So we've done both shows, both nights. And I think the shows have been very good. One of the reasons why we've done all the Broadway style shows, you know, for us personally, we really like dinner and a show. That's kind of like our routine. Dinner, show, some live music, maybe the casino. That's kind of like the way we do things. And if there's comedy, we'll work in some comedy. But all these shows are new to us. So I think we've enjoyed them a little bit more because they're new. And nothing against some of the other shows, other cruises, but we've just seen some of those shows several times. So once you've seen them a few times, until they come out with like new shows, which they do every few years, they're not as exciting. Like the Celestial String Show is a great show on Carnival, but we've seen it 2, 3, 4 times. So if I was seeing that show for the first time, I'd think, wow, this is a great show. So I think they're all really similar. Great music. I like that they had live music, a band working with the dancers in the show. Live music, I think, is always nice. So we enjoyed the show. I'll get the details on what show we saw. And then after the show, we went to the bar right outside on the main corridor where they had live music. That band has been really good. And then we put the kids were in the kids club, and we went to do the silent disco. Well, actually, no, this was kind of a mistake we made. We were there at the bar right next to where they were doing the silent disco, and this really nice couple, the husband ended up giving his headset to Emma, and she really enjoyed it. She was dancing and she really enjoyed the music, and it didn't dawn on us to do this with the kids. And in hindsight, we should have taken the kids from the camp and done it with them, because there were quite a few kids. I don't know, it just never dawned on us. I've seen these in the past, and I should have just considered bringing the kids. So I'd suggest bringing your kids. They might really enjoy it. Emma enjoyed it, and then after that, we did another hour or so of live music, and then we went to the casino. Erika actually won $400, which was great, because sometimes the casinos on these ships are pretty tight. And then we wrapped up the night. That was about it. I had to come out here to do this video because you guys, I thought you guys were gonna behave, no?
Yeah, we were. It's just Aiden.
Erika, what was the name of the show last night that we saw?
Journey.
Journey. We saw Journey last night. Journey was good. And do you remember the name of the show the first night? It was like,
Disco.
oh yeah, it was Disco, the disco
Viva
show.
Disco.
Viva Disco? That was good. Both shows were good. And then we have the paid show later on the week where it's more of like a Cirque du Soleil show. Oh, tonight's one of the circus shows. And then we're gonna go to the taco place for lunch today. We're going to Wonderville Home of the Magic tonight in the main show lounge. And then we're gonna do the Ola Tacos. We're gonna do the taco place for lunch because it just seems kind of casual, and we'd rather do something a little nicer for dinner. So we're doing tacos for lunch before we get off the ship. And we're just about to get off the ship. We're not about, but we're about an hour and a half away from Port Canaveral. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna go to the Kennedy Space Center.